So in this task, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at how to create an amount that's going to be comparable between two products, or maybe the same product but different weights, different prices. How can we compare those? And the key things to that is to be able to work out a price per gram, a price per 100 grams, and just a little bit of a challenge I've put in, can we work out what the price for 600 grams is? We'll talk about how we're going to get there in a second. First thing we want to do though is price per gram. Well, if we want to calculate this, we need to take the price, which I'm going to call P. I need to divide it by the weight, or the number of grams. So price per gram, that means do price divided by grams. So here that is price divided by weight. So let's do that on the calculator. So here we've got a price of £11.75 divided by, whoa, that was not the right button, divided by 110. Oh, sorry, 1,100. So that gives me 0.01068. Now if we're talking pounds, that would be 0.01 pounds or 1.07 pence in this case. So if we bring that up, 1.07 pence is what we've got. Now if we want price per 100 grams, and this is one we're going to actually use the most, we need to take this price and we need to divide it not by the weight, but by how many 100 grams we have here. So if we take 2 zeros off our number, if we do 11 times 100, that would give us 1,100. So here we're dividing by 11 for this one to work out our price. Now we'll actually get a very familiar looking answer, because it's exactly the same as what you get if you times this by 100. So if we take 11.75 divided by 11, that gives us 1.07. So what's that telling us? That's telling us that we have £1.07 for every 100 grams of our product. Lastly, we want the price per 600 grams. Well, to get that, we need to times this by 6, because this is for every 100 grams. So if I want 600 grams of the thing, I times it by 6. Well, we can work that out. Oh, sorry. 1.07 times 6 gives us £6.42. So that's our first line. I'm going to show you one more like that. So I'll do this line with bread in it, and just show you the calculations I'm putting in as I do it. So here I want £5.22. And I'm dividing that £5.22, which is the price. Now for the per gram, I want to divide it by 900. And you can put that in the calculator and it'll give you an answer straight out. And the calculator will just tell you what it is. Putting that in the calculator gives you 58 pence. Sorry, hid these by mistake. So 0.58 pence, sorry. So it'll come out as 0.0058 or 0.58 pence. Next line, we have 5.22. Now this time, remember, we're dividing by how many hundreds of grams we have. Well, that's like removing some zeros here, or moving our number along by 2 places. So there's 9 hundreds. So we want to know how many price per 100 grams we are dividing by 9, because that's how many hundreds we have. You can calculate. Calculating that gives us 0.58 or 58 pence. Lastly, we want to take that answer, we want to times it by 6. Doing that gives us £3.48. So there's some examples of the slightly easier ones. Let's have a look just at these ones down here, and I'm going to show you how you would work backwards. Given one of these values, how do we work backwards? Well, it's kind of the opposite operation. So here we did price divided by weight. The opposite is to take our price per gram and times it by our weight. So we do 1.52, and you can just check this. Nope. So 1.52, divide it by something would have given us that, sorry, times 100. And that gives us 152. Now remember, this is in pence, so 152 pence is the same as £1.52. And you can see there, that's for the whole price, and then you could calculate these in the same way we did in the top two examples. Now, one last one. This has got a price per 100 grams, and this is our weight. Well, how many 100 grams have we got? Well, we've got 13 00, so that's 13 times 100 grams. So when we want to work out this price, we need to do 13 times our £1.42 for this example here. Well, let's do that. 13 times 1.42. What does that give us? Well, it gives us £18.46. So if you're given your 100 gram price, you need to only multiply by how many hundreds you've got. If you're given your per gram price, you need to multiply by the full weight. So a few things to watch out for. It's not the easiest task, but I would like you to have a go and at least do your straightforward examples, which will be the first three, and then see if you can figure out these other ones. And please do ask on the channel if you want another little example. I can get you one of those and make one for you so you can see another example of this.